Alright, today I'm going to be giving you a review of the Neewer CM28 wireless microphone system. This is a 2 microphone system. They can either be used in mono or stereo. And this is what I'm talking to you in right now. I have this clipped to my shirt. It comes with a clip which is on the back side of this. I have it on the magnet, which is an amazing feature of this microphone. Let me show you that. You have a magnet that clips on to anywhere inside of the clothing. Hopefully the microphone is not making too much noise here, but so you have a magnet. It basically looks like any refrigerator type of magnet that you have, but this one comes with the system, and you have the sending unit, the emitter, and you also have a receiver that is on top of the camera, so I will show that to you later. But this is the way you clip it on. This one feature is a really good selling point for this microphone, because if not, you're stuck with having to clip this on the edge of clothes, or you have to bunch up the clothes in the middle, and you end up with something like that. It flops over. This way with the magnet, you can clip it anywhere on the clothes, providing that it's thin enough so that the magnet will hold. The best results I have for a male voice is just to get a bit more of that bass, is to angle it towards the bottom of the chin here. So that's the way I have it right now, and make sure that you're not moving around. I do have the windscreen on it right now, since I am filming outside, and it comes with a windscreen. If not, if you're indoors, you don't need the windscreen. You can just take it off. This is the other unit that is not on right now, and so the windscreen just twists off like that, and you have the top of the unit there, like that. Really simple to operate. The basic functions are on button and the set, which enables you to access the internal recording function of just this unit. So it has 4 gigabytes of internal space in each of these units. So that enables you to get a second recording at 4 decibels quieter. So in case your primary recording to your device ends up being too loud, then if you activate this internal recording, then you'll have a backup recording. So let me show you the receiver. I'll film this with my phone, and you have different functions on the receiver. So let me make sure this is clean here. Okay. So I'm filming now with the phone, and let me just show you the receiver part. The great thing about this unit too is the compatibility it has with different devices. I can plug this into the DSLR camera like you see now. You have the out port here. Right there you see the out, and that plugs into the microphone of the DSLR camera, the microphone input. This is a headphone that I have hooked up here, and that way you can monitor. You can also monitor the sound that's coming into the receiver, and so as I'm talking now, you can see the indicator light go on and off, and there's only one side working. It's in mono mode right now because I've turned the other unit off. See, it doesn't have any lights on, and so it's in the mono mode. But you can monitor the different gain and make sure that you're not going too loud. So this does have an internal preamp, and so you can turn the gain up and down using this button. So you have a 5-bar system. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is at the maximum. Usually for speech and things like that, I leave it at 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This will give the best results. So let me show you a couple of more things that come in the box. So you get some of these wind muffs here, and you get 2 audio units. You get the charging base. So this has the indicator lights here, which tell you that if it's charging or not. So they all turn blue when it's charging. That's the back of the case. This is where you plug it in right here. It's a USB-C cable. And when it opens, you have the different direct connection possibilities. You have this for the older style iPhone connector, and you have the USB-C connector. Great thing about this one is that I can also, this is a MacBook computer, you can also plug it in directly into a MacBook like that, and then the receiver plugs into there. You also get an instruction book, and most of these are online too, so you don't necessarily have to keep this, but you get the instruction book in there with the instructions in a lot of the popular language, French, English, Spanish, etc., to get you going. It's got a nice box here, CM28. The only downside that I've discovered here is that this gain setting for the microphones, this affects both microphones at the same time. So there's only one gain for both microphones. There's no independent gain for each microphone. So if I were to give one con about this system, is I would have 2 separate gains for each microphone. So now I have both microphones activated. They're both paired with the receiver. So I have this one that I'm talking into really closely, and I have this other one that I'm talking into. Now I'm going to show you the receiver now on the other camera. And so going to the top of the DSLR here, I have the one gain. This is the microphone number 2 that is clipped to my shirt, and I'm handheld with number 1. So you can see that they're picking up 2 different sounds, and the windscreen is doing a really good job. Let me just show you how close you can get here before you get to the plosives. Here I'm trying to say a lot of words with P. The place was perfect in the pineapple field. So hopefully you can see how well these attenuate the P sounds. Okay, so right now I am filming on the iPhone. You're just hearing the sound from my headphones here, so not quite the same quality as the Neewer CM28, but I just wanted to show you the settings on the DSLR. This is a Canon 80D camera, and so this will be similar for most DSLRs. So I'm in the settings here. Once I go to sound recording, press on that, manual, and here I can set the record level. Notice how I'm on this first increment here of the internal camera preamp. So when I turn it off, there's no more sound coming in. You just want it set to the first increment. So that's really important, because or else if you're in a manual mode like I am right now, so it's manual sound, you want to have that internal camera preamp set to the minimum and the gain set to an appropriate level here on the receiver of the Neewer CM28. Now you can also go into an automatic mode on your DSLR, but then you won't be able to process your sound very effectively in post-production. It will just be attenuated within the camera. Also make sure that you're set to manual You can be in manual mode, and in manual mode I can also go into the settings and check auto. And so let's just do that for a second. So you see that the preamp is kind of maxed out and it's optimizing the sound. I think it's going to be too loud in post-production, but the good thing about this is that you can switch it to manual, and then I'm at the first increment here in the camera preamp. Now what I would do, if I would set this to auto, so now it's in the camera decides how to attenuate the sound, I would go to the Neewer receiver here and I would set the gain down. So I would go to this dB setting and then switch it to maybe 2 bars instead of 4, and that would give it a little bit more room, or even, yeah, let's set it to 2, see how that does. So it's just clipped onto my shirt, and I think it's not maxing out as much, so see it's already maxing out there. But you do have a little bit of ways to set this. Let's set it to 1 bar and see what it does. Okay, I'm set to 1 bar now, and you see that it's already pretty hot. So anyway, this is what you can do if you're going to the trouble of using some of these microphones with a DSLR. Then I would definitely go into the manual mode and set the recording level to just 1 increment there. And you need about, if you're just talking into it, then you need about 4 bars of that preamp, and then you'll see that your levels will be just going into the yellow in this on this camera, a DSLR camera. So that's what you want, and then you can boost it in post-production, but you do need some room to work with the sound if you're going this method, more of a professional sound engineer method. So just to finish, this is a great microphone system to get into if you're looking for a wireless microphone system for Android phone, iPhone, DSLR. You can record straight into your computer if you have the USB-C connection, and it's great audio quality. It's got internal recording, 4 gigabytes of internal recording. You just have to remember to turn that on if you want that. And you can either use 1 microphone or 2 microphones if you're in an interview setting, or if you want a stereo sound, or if you're miking an instrument of some kind, you want that stereo sound. So I totally recommend this, the CM28, and I'll be seeing you on the next video. Thanks for watching.